Yeah, welcome back again, my friends and family. Still talking about predestination is evil. So I'm reading from Ephesians chapter 6 from verse 5. Say the slaves or bond servants be obedient to your earthly masters with fear and trembling in sincerity of heart as to Christ, not with eye service as men pleasers, but as bond servants, slaves of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart, with good will, doing service as to the Lord and not to men, knowing that whatever good, and this is where they used to trick us. They used to trick people. Say, knowing, now remain a slave, knowing that whatever good anyone does, even though he's a slave, he will receive the same from the Lord, whether he is what? A slave or free. If there, think about it. Hear what he says. He said, as a slave, you're supposed to serve. It's supposed to be serve your earthly master as though you are serving Christ, and with fear and trembling in sincerity of the heart, not with eye service as men pleasers, but as bond servant of Christ, doing the will of God from the heart, with good will, doing service as to the Lord and not to men, knowing. Yeah, the network trip. Yeah, it's network. It's not. You trip, I come back again. Okay, so it's normal thing. Wi-Fi, so Wi-Fi can mess up also. He said, knowing that whatever good anyone does, what happened to the predestination here? Say, knowing that whatever good anyone does, he will receive the same. It has nothing to do with predestination, but hear what they tell you, that if you are a slave, continue serving your earthly master as though you are serving Jesus Christ, the Son of God. So it is the will of God for you to be a slave, knowing that whatever good anyone does, he will receive the same from the Lord, whether he is a slave or free. That is the nonsense they put in the Bible. Now, Colossians chapter 3, still talking about slaves. They use it to support slavery. They use the Bible to justify slavery. How they enslave our African ancestors. They use the Bible to justify it. Colossians chapter 3 from verse 22. Hear what he says again. Bond servants, that are slaves, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh. Obey in all things your masters. That's why your pastor is your master, your pope is your master, your bishop is your master, your evangelist is your master, your religious leader is your master, and you're obeying them in all things. All your leaders, they are your earthly masters in the Lord. As I said earlier, remember, Paul was writing to who? To the brethren, people that are in the Lord with him. He said, we are slaves to men. Obey them in all things. Obey them in all things. Without eye service, as men pleasers, but in sincerity of heart, fearing God. God you cannot see, yet you are fearing him. How can I continue fearing God I have not seen and I cannot see unless I die? I cannot continue fearing God I cannot see. That is called fear of the unknown. You are living in fear. That's why it's tormenting you. It's not the devil that is tormenting you. It's not any Satan tormenting you. It's your fear that is tormenting you. Especially the fear of God is what is tormenting you. The fear of God is not beginning of wisdom. It's the beginning of torment. It's the beginning of bondage. It's a beginning of delusion. It's a beginning of confusion. It's a beginning of evil. Fearing God. He said, and whatever you do, do it heartily, as to the Lord and not to men. Yet you are slave of men. And he said, no, just do it as if you are doing it to the Lord. So you made those men the Lord. You made them Christ. You made them God. And you say you're serving the Lord. That's why you bow before your pastor. You bow before Pope. You bow before your religious leaders. But when you see me, you will not bow if I knock you. I serve you better than them. Because I serve you free of charge. I don't take your tithes and offerings. Do I? Nonsense. Here again, verse 24 says, knowing. These people that say they live by faith, they keep talking about knowledge. You don't know nothing. You are worshiping. You only believe. Then you say, knowing that from the Lord. How do you know that? You don't know nothing except what men told you. They teach you that from the Bible, from their books, or in their gatherings. Say, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the reward of the inheritance. So not in this world. From the Lord is coming. Jesus is coming soon. I will wear white robe. I will walk in the street of gold. No, Africa have gold already. Why are you going to heaven for walk on the street of gold? Why make the street of gold here? Why your slave master is taking your gold? They build gold places in their countries, but in your own countries where the gold is being mined, there is nothing built of gold. You hear some people buying golden food from China or from whatever. But in Africa, we are the one that we produce gold there. They mine gold in Africa. The Africans are waiting to go to heaven to walk on the street made with gold. See why Bible is evil book. You have a a street that is made of gold. That's what they promise Africans. They say, okay, I'm coming, I believe. So I don't want to miss that reward. I don't want to miss that inheritance. He said, for you serve the Lord Christ, but he who does wrong will be repaid for what he has done. Here the last nail again they put on the coffin. He said, and there is no partiality. You see that how wrong that word is. When you say there is no partiality, well, then why are you saying some people are called to be free and some are called to be slaves? If there is no partiality, then why are some slaves? Why are some slaves? If there is no partiality, why are you telling me some are pastors, some are not? Why are you telling me some are popes, some are not? Why are you telling me about hierarchy? That is nonsense. There is partiality. But they say there is no partiality. There is. Oh, God will reward everybody. There is no partiality. There is partiality. Why would God make some slaves and some masters? We are supposed to be brethren. We are supposed to be free. We are supposed to be the same thing. If you are free, I am free. If you are slave, I am slave. Why you say there is no partiality when you are saying you are writing to some who are slaves? They use the Bible to control us. Doctrine of predestination is evil because it is slavery. It is the doctrines of the slave master called the commandments of God. Everything you see in the Bible or in the Quran or in the Torah and you say it's the commandments of God, they are words of the slave masters. The Arab slave masters, the European slave masters, they are the one that made up those wars to control their slaves, which majority happen to be the Africans. They did not only enslave Africans, they also enslaved their brethren, but that were the poor ones. As I have been saying, all white people are not racist. All white people are not wicked. All white people are not haters of others. But those that love others, they are not in power. The evil ones, the ones that create all this doctrine, create the commandments of God, stole from ancient folklore and created the 10 commandments. They are the evil ones in power, and they are the one that is destroying this world. They use fear to put you into that position for you to remain there. They justify all kinds of evil with the God ordained it. They kill people, they say God ordained it. I ask Christians, okay, why you see your fellow Christians being killed? He said, that is the will of God. If that is the will of God, then why the hell are you still praying for God to protect anyone or for God to do anything? Let the will of God be done. Why are you praying for God to protect you? If it is the will of God for some people to die untimely death, if it's the will of God for the terrorists to blow some people up, if it's the will of God for evil people to be controlling the world, why are you praying? Why are you preaching? Why are you teaching? Why are you worshiping? They deceive us, but we are undeceiving ourselves. They bound us. We are freeing ourselves. Say there is no partiality. If there is no partiality, why are some slaves then? Think, my people. In closing, for you to share, they say no partiality, right? Okay. Let's see Romans chapter 13. That place they used to justify their evil rule over others, which they call government. They tell you, submit to government. They tell about submit to God, and they will lift you up. I cannot say, so I have two masters. If I have to submit to government, government is my master. Then see how they connect it. To tell you God is the one that ordained government. Yeah. Romans chapter 13 from verse 1, it says, let every soul, see, they go deep now to your soul. They want you to be slave from your heart. Not just your body. They want all your being. Yeah, serve with all your heart as if you're serving to the Lord. Be slave. Be a good slave. Remain so. That's God's will. Romans chapter 13, hear what this slave master says to their slave. He says, slaves, let every soul be subject to the governing authorities. For there is no authority except from God. You hear that? So they are your slave masters because that is from God. These people are evil. Whoever they are evil. And the authorities that exist are appointed by God. Can anybody hear this nonsense? He said authorities that exist are appointed by God. So God appointed Adolf Hitler. Why did Americans and other people went after him? God appointed Saddam Hussein. Why did America and other people went after him? Counting. God appointed Muammar Gaddafi. Why did America and other people went after him? God appointed Idi Amin. Why did America and other people went after him? Hear this one that affects to all of us. God appointed the president of your country. Then why are you casting vote? Why are you campaigning? Why are you voting them in? If God appointed them, why are you saying they have maybe two terms to rule? After 8 years, they must go. Why not leave them? Let what God has done remain forever. If God is the one that appoints anyone in authority to power, why are you complaining? If God is the one that appointed that man to be president, why not you talk to God about him? Why are you campaigning saying he's a bad president? He must go. He must go. We must vote him out. Or he must go. We must not go do anything until this man step down. But they told you that God appointed everyone in authority. He said the authorities that exist are appointed by God. Don't you see that nonsense? Men appointed those authorities, and they tell you God appointed it because they are already empowered. The people that wrote that are the people that are in authority to secure their seats, to protect themselves from your anger. That's why they tell you do not revenge. Don't worry. God will punish them. Which God? God did not appoint them there, and God will not punish them. That God does not exist, and their punishment does not exist. If there is any God that will punish them, it is you. The God that put them on that seat is the same God that will punish them. That's you. But you have fear. They tell you that God appointed them. Why you are the one that cast their vote, right? Why you know when they climb there? Like this Pope. Everyone alive today, or not everyone. What year did that Pope came to power? Was it 2014 or 2011 or something like that? Or 2012? Whatever year that Pope came, everyone that has been on social media before this Pope was ordained Pope, and you believe that God put him in that position, you are a stupid fellow. Because you know how the bishops or the cardinals, whatever they call them, they gathered and cast vote when the other pope resigned. The other pope, you believe God is the one that put them in authority? He resigned. He resigned from God's order. God say you will be a pope. He said, no, I'm resigning. I don't like what is going on. Verse 2, oh man, the more you read the Bible the way it is, the more you find it's just a storybook that the slave master made up to control the slave. Therefore, whoever resists the authority resists the ordinance of God. That's nonsense. Whoever resists authority resists the ordinance of God. That's nonsense. It does not make sense to any sane person. How can you say God if I resist authority that is killing people? So people that resisted Hitler, it resisted God's ordinance, right? Hello? Those people that are throwing bombs in countries like Americans in Yemen, Iran, all those places that are throwing bombs, saying they want to remove the leader, like what is happening is it Venezuela now, you know? So those people that are going there saying, no, we don't like the way this guy is ruling, they are resisting the ordinance of God, right? You say, no, that one is by evil. But if that's how God ordained it, why are you resisting it? You see? Think, my people. Think, my people. He said, and those who resist will bring judgment on themselves. Nonsense. That's another lie. I laugh when Christians tell me this. You are bringing judgment on yourself. Even my father tell me that. You are tying yourself with a rope by saying that the God I told you about does not exist. He does not exist. How can I be tying rope on myself? I tie rope. No, even tie. I don't tie because I hate wearing anything that tie means if I remove it. If you try to put any rope on me, boom. I don't like wearing suit. Naturally, personally, I don't. I like wearing something like that I can remove because I like being free. Freedom is natural to me. I'm telling you, I don't like wearing suit. They force me to wear suit. 1999 was the first time I used my money to sew suit. I used to buy, ready made, but the one I made. And when I wear it, people that don't used to greet me before begin to tell me, good morning, sir. That's why I found out, in winners, they taught us the way you dress is the way you will be addressed. And that's why you see pastors, they dress, living fake life. Come on. Some people, before they come to Facebook, they try to dress, I sleep on this too. You don't like it, that's your business. I'm doing my thing. He said, if you resist government, we are bringing judgment on you. If you say there is no God, you are bringing judgment on you. If you say Christ never existed, you are bringing judgment on you. Quit judgment. Am I the one that brought the judgment that is on you now? Are you suffering because you said there is no God? And it's ridiculous. When I tell you that God does not exist, you come against me. But the same Muslims that believe there is God, they are killing you. The same people that believe there is God, they are the one ruling over you and maltreating you, bringing evil upon you. And you say that I'm bringing judgment on myself for what I'm speaking about God and Jesus and religion, all those lies they taught us. Think. Verse 3. He said, for rulers are not a terror to good works. For where? He said they are not terror for good works. Try to invent things that will help people. They say you must register it. Or if you don't, they say no, they don't agree. Try to bring something that will cure all the disease in the world. Then you will see that the rulers are truly terror to good works. Why are we not having healers? People that we use herbs to, they say Dr. Sebi or whatever. You see how they kill the man, right? Then why is government forcing you to register your stuff, your product, when they also know that God can give you ability to heal? Your church, you have to register your church too. And they say that the rulers are not a terror to good works. They are. That's why they tax them. That's why they force them to register their ministry, to register their church, to register their company, to register their product. He said they are not terror to good works, but to evil. It's bringing healing for. I have heard that some people find the cure for HIV. They discourage them. They say, no, you cannot do that. Because it will spoil business for them. If government are not terror to good works but to evil, why do we still have any factory or company that is making cigarette? Cigarette is killing people. Government will never close it, but they will arrest people for smoking India hemp or for selling marijuana. But cigarette that is killing people. God, you say, oh, God is the one that put people in power. Okay, they are there for good works. What is cigarette still doing in this world? Why is there still a company that is making cigarette? You see many people losing their limbs, losing their life because of cigarette. Government like it because it's giving them money. Government are there for terror. Okay, he said, do you want to be unafraid of the authority? Do what is good. Is it true? He said, if you don't want to be, if you want to be unafraid, if you don't want to be afraid of the authority, he said, do what is good and you will have praise from the same. Is it true? They will kill you. Because when you do good, you spoil business for them. When you do good, they will not make money. You have to do bad for them to make money. Verse 4, for he is God's minister. Hello. So every person in power is God's minister. Do you believe that? You say, why are you fighting against any other government saying they are not doing good to their people? They are God's minister. Leave them alone. Will they do that? No. For he is God's minister to you for good. But if you do evil, be afraid, for he does not bear the sword in vain. And you remember, do we still bear sword today? For you to know that Bible is even outdated. It's not a book you should live by. Is there any government that is bearing sword today? No, they bear guns. Yet in your Bible, your government is still bearing sword. Maybe the one they put on their coat of arm, right? Or the one they say they put in the picture. Maybe some military men carry nonsense. People are using digital stuff. You're still using sword. For he is God's minister and avenger to execute wrath on him who practices evil. Therefore, you must be subject. You see, you must be subject, whether you like it or not. You must be subject, not only because of wrath, but also for conscience sake. For because of this, you also pay taxes. For they are God's ministers, attending continually to this very thing. Pay taxes. Who asks you to pay taxes? Your slave masters. They ask you pay taxes. It's the money. It's all about the Benjamins. Whether it's in government or in religion, it's all about money. They are after money. Verse 7 is surrender therefore to all their due. Taxes to whom taxes are due. Customs to whom customs. Fear to whom fear. Honor to whom honor. When you say, I fear no man, yet he tell you, fear to whom fear. Contradiction everywhere in this day useless book. Eh? They tell you, fear no man. You know, fear God, not any man. Then they tell you again, fear those in power. Render fear to whom fear is due. So you're supposed to fear me. Because I'm talking everything about your God, and your God cannot do any shade. I'm talking everything about your Jesus, and you cannot do any shade. So fear me. He said, fear. He said, render therefore to all their due. Fear to whom fear is due. So fear me. Oh man. So my people, think about it. This doctrine of this predestination is evil. Nobody was preordained to be a slave. Nobody was preordained to suffer in this world. It is evil people that begin to do that. Africans were living well until these evil people invaded. Remember, when they came first, they saw the power of Africans. They feared that power. They went back and came with their trick. They bought the sellouts. And through the sellouts killed their own brothers who were in power. The good leaders, the heroes, those people that occupy that place of power, that they can manifest many forms to show that they are powerful. They kill them. Their own brothers kill them. And till today, you still see some that believe the lies that those people that brought those evil in our land sold to us in the Bible, in the Quran, and in the Torah. It's time we wake up, my people. Stop believing that evil they sold to us, especially the doctrine of predestination, salvation, redemption. Redeem from what? You don't need salvation. You don't need redemption until they came. What you need now is to wake up. When you wake up, you restore your power. And with that power, you recover your heritage. Peace.